What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. We are previewing round 2 of Super Rugby Aotearoa. Round 1 kicked off in phenomenal fashion. New Zealand Rugby kicked off at its best. We got the Blues leading the log, followed by the Crusaders, who picked up their important wins in those two games over the past weekend. We saw the Crusaders win at 26 points to 13 over the Highlanders. Highlanders showed some passion. I mean, some would have thought maybe the Crusaders, being the defending champs, would have got a bigger score. But Highlanders had their moments. And obviously, with the whole talk of Aaron Smith committing to New Zealand Rugby is positive news. Although he is on the bench for this game, it is still good news for the Highlanders and New Zealand Rugby. But what a win for the Crusaders, getting the points that they needed, which is a good start to their campaign. 86% on Super Rugby predicted a Crusaders win, 14% predicted a Highlanders win. So well done to the Crusaders. Then we look at the Blues and the Hurricanes. Interesting game, interesting contest. We thought the Hurricanes at one stage were going to take it. They started off the first half very well, but then allowed the Blues to get to them in that second half. Interesting predictions wise on Super Brew, 55% said the Hurricanes would win that one and 45% said the Blues would win. I selected the Blues to win and I got my points. 31-16 was the victory to the Blues, putting them on top, obviously due to the points difference between the two first games. So credit and well done to the Blues and the Crusaders. Round 2 kicks off this weekend, and obviously with COVID-19 hitting New Zealand again, we saw the postponement of Crusaders taking on the Hurricanes, which was scheduled for Saturday evening, New Zealand and Australian time, but obviously morning South Africa, to Sunday. It has been moved to the crack of dawn. I think it's 5:45 or something in South African time, but obviously moved due to COVID so they can at least get a crowd. And why not? It is Hurricanes taking on the Crusaders at Christchurch. It's going to be a big game and they will definitely want a crowd in it. But first up, on Friday morning, we've got the Chiefs taking on the Highlanders. The Chiefs making their first appearance in the 2021 Aotearoa season. Obviously, they'll want to forget what happened last year, not winning a single game. They did come close in certain instances, but they did not pick up a win. The Chiefs have a phenomenal squad. They have the talent. They have everything in them to go all the way. They just need to really regroup, refocus, and take on this new season with a bang. Show the world what they indeed made of. Show why they are players who should be taken seriously, and why players like Damien McKenzie and all the others within the squad are a threat to the other provinces playing against them. I've always rated the Chiefs. They're a great side, and I think they will have a lot to prove as they kick off the opening round of Super Rugby. Highlanders obviously picking up a loss last weekend against the Crusaders. They'll be wanting to redeem themselves. Like I said earlier on, it wasn't a bad game from the Highlanders, but clearly they will want to produce results that they need in order to pick up victories. The last time these two teams met was in 2020. They actually met twice, and Highlanders picking up both victories. Obviously, first time was on the 13th of June, and the Highlanders won 28-27, 1 point difference to those two teams. And then again on the 19th of July, 31-33 win to the Highlanders. Just goes to show how close the opportunities were for the Chiefs to pick up victories. It was like points within. I mean, 1 point in one game, 2 points in the other. Chiefs have it. They have the potential to really take on the opportunities and to show the world what they're made of. So I'm expecting a big game from the Chiefs and to really show it up. But the Highlanders have come close. In 2019, on the 4th of May, they played and they drew 31-31. Previously, before that, the Highlanders have won. I think in the last 10 results, Highlanders have won 6, Chiefs have won 3, and we've had 1 draw. Chiefs want to change the results of what they've seen in the past, and as mentioned, show the world what they're made of. Produce the results, convert the points, and get what you need to get done. It's going to be an interesting game. If I have to predict one, I'm probably going to go with the Chiefs. I think they have a lot to prove. I think the Highlanders will come out strong and they'll come out fighting, and I do believe it's going to be like 3 points max between the two. I just feel the Chiefs need to win. They started off in the 2020 campaign with not a victory in Aotearoa for the first time. And I mean, that wasn't good. They started off original Super Rugby campaign, not too bad. But when Aotearoa kicked off, it was just down in the dumps, unfortunately. So for me, Chiefs need a victory. So I'm going to go Chiefs to win by less than 3. Then next up, we got the Crusaders taking on the Hurricanes, in Christchurch. 2 cracking teams again wanting to prove a point. Hurricanes beat the Crusaders last year, 34-32. And that was a massive victory for them. And they will want to continue that momentum as they approach the 2021 season. Crusaders are champions. They're defending champions how many times in a row? Scott Robinson has gelled well with this team. He's won it 4 times, and he'll want to win it for a 5th time. He's also wanting to prove a point that he's one of the best coaches in New Zealand and possibly should be the coach of the All Blacks. So there's a lot on the line for these teams. Geordie Barrett wanting to continue great form, do better, show what he's made of, produce the goods against his brother Scott, and just once again show why. Ardie Savea, another player who just wants to lead from the front. It all comes down to discipline. It all comes down to handling errors. Hurricanes can't afford to play that second half and allow a team to come back, especially not in a game like this when it's the Crusaders, one of the best teams, the best team in New Zealand right now. You do not want to allow the Crusaders an opportunity to come back, because then you're going to pretty much lose the game. In the last 10 results, Crusaders have won 7, the Hurricanes have won 3. And as mentioned, last year, they did pick up a victory. On the 31st of June, Hurricanes lost 25-39. But as mentioned last time they met, 25th of July, 30-34. 2 points in it, which was a great comeback for the Hurricanes after indeed losing to the Crusaders in the first round. 2019, it was a 4-point victory to the Crusaders, 30-26, as well as a 8-32 point victory in 2019. So again, first game seems to be Crusaders' way. Second game seems to be a comeback for the Hurricanes, and they show what they're made of. It's going to be an interesting one. It's a tough one to predict, but because the Crusaders are at home, I'm more inclined to go for Crusaders' victory. Hurricanes will be hurting from losing to the Blues. It's not going to be something that they'll want to indeed repeat. They'll want to bounce back. They'll want to just show the New Zealand public that, you know what, we are here and we can compete. Me personally, I want the Hurricanes to win, because it's just going to put that competition so out there and make it very, very tough to predict. The Blues are on a bar this week. They're currently top of the log. That probably is going to definitely change if the Crusaders win, or if the Hurricanes perhaps pick up a good strong victory. Who knows what will happen. But right now, I'll give it to the Crusaders. 7 points less, I hope. But I do want the Hurricanes to pick up a victory just to make the tournament exciting. But I do feel Crusaders have got this one. The boys in yellow will need to shine and show what they're made of. 2 cracking fixtures to look at. Remember, Friday is the first one, and it's Sunday morning at 5:35 South African time. And obviously over in New Zealand, I think it's late afternoon for you blokes on Sunday, where you're going to watch Crusaders take on the Hurricanes. Cracking rugby to look forward to. Crusaders and Chiefs to win from my side. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys real soon for another one. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.